Capricorn, hello there, my friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late July 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate every single one of you. And we're going to get it going right away with a couple of oracle cards here, just so we could take a little test of the energy before we fully get underway. So my guide spirit team, talk to me about the beautiful Capricorn collective, late July. Okay, so we'll look at these real quick as we usually do, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus spread with the starseed oracle to see what it is you need to hear from the universe. So we have a lot of things for you to think about and consider. I just hope you're all doing well. So let's get it going here. What do we got for Capricorn? It's been an interesting couple of weeks as we have the Fool card. Now, this isn't the tarot deck, but that figure itself looks like the Fool. And we'll get into that a little further. Usually that's seen as a very positive, optimistic type of card. And appearances, aesthetics with the second card. Now, before we fully get into this, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end. And it's your last chance to get your name in for that. But let's get into the reading. As I was saying, this Fool card does hold the similar archetypes that the Fool in Tarot talks about. New beginnings, it could be playfulness, jovialness, just general happiness. But there's always that warning with a Fool card that you need to watch your first step, especially if you're getting into a new cycle or any new type of undertaking. It's really optimistic. Now, as we move over to the second card, you see this woman, she's looking in a mirror. She's in a room surrounded by a whole bunch of mirrors. So I do feel like appearances or how something might look could be important in the coming days and weeks with this card. Usually it's a card of confidence, someone who is feeling good about themselves, very similar to the Queen of Wands. In the negative form, this could be someone who's a little too egotistical. So maybe some of you have someone like that in your energy at this time. But it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just something that we can use to tie into the full reading itself. Let's get you three in the upright. We're going to get into tarot, and then we'll intuitively clarify. Let's shuffle it up one time here for the beautiful Capricorn collective. Please talk to me. Now, last week's reading, I believe it was titled An Emotional Talk, and the week before that was Big Payoff Incoming. So the energy seems pretty optimistic the last couple of weeks, and hopefully they're staying good. I want to see what's up. You know, energies are always shifting and changing, but there was a lot of cup energy around the Capricorn collective, emotional. The emotions might have been a little more heightened than usual. So we have the Hanged Man here in position number one. Very analytical feeling to me right now. Let's keep it going though. Let's get two more before we really dive into that. It's always interesting to start a reading with some major arcana. Let's get it going. What do we got? The deck is being very specific, and there it is, the Fool right in the middle. So that archetype of the Fool could be very important for some reason, whether it's a new start, new beginning, new cycle in general. We'll get into that though. See what that could be about. And we have the Wheel. Wow. It's feeling extremely positive and optimistic, and I just want to say this before we fully get into the reading and I start giving you the classical meanings. The way this looks with the Hanged Man, the card that's kind of just hanging around, not moving, into the Fool, into the Wheel, there's a lot of movement coming in. There's a lot of action. So let's get into it. I'll give you some of these classical archetypes before we get the juicier intuitive stuff. Position number one, the Hanged Man, you might be tied to a Scorpio here. And I did say this was very analytical, pardon me. Generally, when we see the Hanged Man, we think of somebody who's pulled back, analyzing a situation, looking at the fine details. Yes, this can also be someone who is sacrificing for the greater good, an energy of self-sacrifice, taking one for the team. But I feel like this is more of someone pulled back, not a lot of action, but analyzing. So you might be analyzing something, someone might be analyzing you when we have this. It's a problem-solving type of energy as well. Now, as we move into the Fool, just as I was speaking about, you might be tied to an Aries here, showing up big in the energy. It showed up in the Oracle, now it's here. We think of the beginning of a journey, the beginning of a chapter, very optimistic, very positive. So you might be feeling an optimism within you, especially with the Wheel of Fortune right next to it. And I like the Fool. As I already said, the danger with this card could be watching your first step, not rushing into things, not being too spontaneous. So there might be something around you that could be spontaneous or a spontaneous happening of some kind. We do have to clarify. I want to get more detail on that before we really dive into it. Now, the Wheel of Fortune on the back end, it is one of the most positive cards in the deck. I always say when this card shows up, you might want to play the lottery You know, play your numbers, do a few scratch offs. It's a good luck omen. It is a big, powerful omen, once again, of change, of cycle shifts. This is karmic in undertone as well. So we can think of the karmic wheel of life shifting and turning, whether that's you receiving karmic rewards, someone might be paying a karmic debt, but I usually see this as a good turn, a good twist of fate, or a powerful omen. There might be some important messages within this spread, so we're going to dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. Let's shuffle it up one time here for Capricorn, please. What's going on with my friends? Talk to me. And this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I do stray from the classic meanings a bit, but it's all good. You know, all tarot readings are about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. So feel free to do further research, pull more messages out of this spread if you can. I really encourage that. But we're going to go in on this Hanged Man, though. What's up with the Hanged Man for Capricorn? Definitely a different flavor of energy than the last couple of weeks, okay? Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I'm not necessarily feeling like this is you. Usually the Nine of Pentacles is a grounded energy. So once again, I'm going to say this intuitively. With the Hanged Man and this card that's usually grounded being in reverse, I feel like something might start picking up. Like action might start happening, especially if you've been patient or waiting or bored or whatever it might be. Things might get uprooted a little bit and a little action might happen. Okay, that's the main feeling I'm getting. Of course, we could talk about maybe someone might feel a little salty or angry. I'm not really going to pound that message home. We could take the dual meaning that energies in whatever it is you're going through, whether it's relationships, work, life in general. You could just be watching this for entertainment, but energies might start picking up, uprooting, and moving. That's been the flow of this whole spread since the very beginning. Very interesting. Okay, I'll show them to you. And as I said, this is usually someone that's feeling independent, well-grounded, and abundant. So in the reverse, I do feel like you might be attached to somebody who's a little disgruntled as well. So take whichever message. Either things are going to start picking up or someone's a little disgruntled with you. It's all good, though. Those feelings don't always last forever. We're going to go in on this Fool. We're going to see what's up with this Fool card for Capricorn. And we'll talk more about that during the recap. It's all good. What's going on with this Fool for Capricorn? Thank you. Four of Wands, 1111, absolutely beautiful. Someone really going towards their happiness, going towards their stability. If you've been in a really tough time lately, a rough one, things have been up and down quite a bit, you could expect some stability coming in with the Four of Wands. Look out for the repeating ones, the numerology. The universe might be trying to show you things, show you messages. But it could be matters of the home, but it's extremely celebratory. So I feel something very positive coming in, okay? Regardless of what you're watching this for, these are good energetic possibilities, and I really like it. As I said, the Fool card itself is extremely optimistic, and with the stability, the celebratory feelings of this Four of Wands, even just not leaning on the classical meanings intuitively, I just feel like something good could be coming your way. Like something could take a swing in your direction for the better. Okay, even if you're cross-watching this for Capricorn, I'd say this is good. You know, I'm interested to see what that wheel has to offer, but this is feeling very nice. Okay, different flavor of energy from the last couple of weeks, that's for sure. So we're going to go in on this wheel, then I'll give you a quick recap. We're going to see what's up here. So why is the wheel here for Capricorn, please? Where's the wheel here? Thank you. Ooh, that card just fell on the ground. I'm going to pick it up anyway. Okay, yeah, Queen of Swords. You really need to take this, whatever omens you receive from the universe, you need to take it extremely seriously. And by omens, I mean synchronicities, number signs. We're seeing it there with the Four of Wands as well. Now, some of you might be tied to an air sign here, but whenever I get the Queen of Swords, I think of someone who's taking things very, very seriously. It's no nonsense. So yes, it could be the karmic wheel shifting and changing. Maybe you're acting a little stern and strict in your ways, which is all good. But I feel like when we're talking about omens, when we're talking about signs from the universe, you really need to pay attention to those details, maybe do a little further research on things like that. If you keep seeing repeating numbers, this is a serious omen on the back end. Omens could be good or bad, very similar to karma in a way. Like usually it could be heralding something very celebratory, which could be it with all this positivity. But sometimes the universe gives us a warning shot. So I feel like this is highlighting a serious omen from the universe, whether you receive it in a dream or whether you see it on a license plate, on a receipt, number signs, really vivid dreams, things like that. If you receive signs, take them seriously, okay? I'll show it to you. Because that's how this Queen of Swords is, very no nonsense, in her ways. Okay, so if you'd kindly look down in the box, I'll give you a quick recap of this, then we'll get into your bonus spread, see what you need to hear. Down here in position number 1, we have the Hanged Man with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. As I said, I feel like this is an uprooting type of energy where things might start picking up, whatever it is you're going through, because there's a lot of Capricorns out there. So expect energetic movement to start, action to begin. This can also be someone who is a little disgruntled. So maybe some of you are attached to someone who's just like a little grumpy, a little disgruntled about something. All good. We can't control how other people feel, right? But right in the center, we have the Fool card with the 4 of Wands, the 1111, the number sign showing up. Whatever ventures, whatever new cycles you're moving into, whatever this energy is moving towards could be extremely abundant and fruitful, especially with the stability of this 4 of Wands. Maybe some of you are involved in matters of the home, trying to find a new home, buy a house, things like that. But if it's not that, it's just stability, happiness, and celebrations. There's optimism to be had here of good change. And on the back end, the Wheel of Fortune with the Queen of Swords in the upright. If you're not tied to an air sign, yeah, it could be an air sign catching a little dose of karma. But aside from that, whatever omens, whatever signs you receive from the universe, you need to take them extremely seriously. Now, we are getting number signs in this spread as well. Okay, with the 1111, you might want to look into repeating ones and things of that sort. But with the wheel, the positivity, the change, the shift, with this Queen of Swords, just take them seriously. Don't brush them off. If the universe is trying to get your attention, if your guides are trying to get your attention, give them the attention, okay? And see what it is they're trying to tell you. Is it a warning or is it heralding something nice? So we're going to get your bonus spread. Please take a screenshot if you'd like so you could look into them further, because it's always nice to get further messages. We're going to go in here. What does Capricorn need to hear, please, my guides and spirit team? And I like to end every reading with this super quick, just like the oracle cards in the beginning. It's usually a very optimistic deck. So what does Capricorn need to hear, please? I'll give you my intuitive and literal feelings. Okay. Yeah, thinking of the past, thinking of things that may have happened. We have the I Remember card coming out first. Let me clean my mess here. I remember an activated earth. Beautiful. So just like I was speaking about a possible uprooting or activation of energy, things starting to move, we're seeing that here on the back end. Now, whenever I see the I Remember card, it's not quite heavy like the apology card or I'm sorry. I feel like this is someone who could be thinking back on the past. So in this time, you might be reminiscing on the past, or this could be the universe trying to tell you that you need to analyze something that's happened to you in the past, especially if it's been sticking around for quite a while. Analyze it, see what you can pull from it. We did have the Hanged Man. The literal meaning says soul plan, the fated life versus destiny. Do you believe that you have a destiny? Do you believe you're here for a purpose? What might that purpose be? These could be things that you need to or want to analyze. Now, we get to the activated earth. I feel this is all energetic, like I was already alluding to, that things might start uprooting, energies might start moving forward and changing and shifting. We saw it throughout the whole entire spread. This could be literal energy activations that you're receiving, where you're becoming a little more empathic, starting to feel things a little deeper. People go through awakenings at different times in their life. So, and this is kind of showing us that. It says power places, ley lines, trust where you are led. So just as I've been speaking about omens and signs from the universe, that ties in perfectly to this card. Keep your eyes out for them and do a little further research. So Capricorn, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet though. I'm going to give you the details of the July subscriber surprise. It's your last chance to get your name in for the July subscriber surprise, where I'll be giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot Illuminati with the guidebook. It's really awesome and gorgeous. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things. As always, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are at this point. And 2, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot cards, which one best describes you and your personality. You'll be entered to win, and right at the end of July, going into August, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. My friends, as always, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.